Okay, welcome back to the World's Dawn Developer Let's Play.
Hello!
We are making some stew for the mayor.
Hearty stew.
Hearty stew, yeah. Piping hot, delicious stew. So, I think I have a few minutes to kill before the tavern opens up here.
Yep.
One thing I wanted to do, starting this episode off, maybe a little bit differently, was talk about one of the reasons why I wanted to do this Let's Play in the first place, which, I don't know, kind of felt a little bit like an elephant in the room kind of thing for some fans who've been asking about like how I am. I don't know, some people will have probably read the update that I posted on Steam. Basically, I am currently undergoing treatment for lymphoma, which is one of the most treatable forms of cancer, but that word itself, cancer, is just kind of a scary word. Yes. So I wanted to do this as a way to kind of keep up with, I was realizing since development on my next game, A Story Beside, is stalling a bit. It's going a little bit slower than I would like because, health issues. I wanted to kind of stay in touch with the community and I guess just update people and be present.
Yeah.
Just kind of reassure everybody that I'm doing okay, that treatment so far is going really well, responding really well to it. And hopefully within a few months I'll be perfectly healthy again, right back at it. Yeah. This is, and thank you, Mike, for being a part of this playthrough. I just thought it would be a very cool way to stay connected during this whole process and, sort of put myself out there in a way that's more open and honest and vulnerable than anything I've done before, which was a little bit scary at first, but just, I guess that's the other point I want to make is just how incredible and supportive the World's Dawn community. I mean, this is the one game, you guys, this is the one game I've put out so far, and just the warm feelings that people have about that, and passing those warm feelings and vibes and sentiments onto me when I need them right now. It's just like very, very much appreciated. So thank you. I honestly can't say how grateful I am to the community for just like how incredible you've all been. I'll probably get too emotional if I keep talking about it.
It's really, that kind of like really behind the scenes. It's like, you get the amazing product. We're immersed in the world, but like we also have to remember, like you're still human. Yeah. I'm still human. You guys are still human. So it's like it's good to have that kind of just in the back of our heads.
It's something I don't always do well. Like it should be a very open relationship, especially these days in the gaming industry. You want to know that there are real people on the other side listening to your concerns and making the games that you love. And I am definitely a real person going through some real stuff. So I just please continue to leave your feedback and talk and ask, and it's great to be able to be connected with a community that's this supportive and this amazing during something.
That's the best part. There are a lot of like toxic game communities. I'm sure everyone knows what I'm talking about, but like you've built like a community of great people, and it's like it's really heartwarming, to like be a part of, and for you to have and see and all of this reflect back on that,
I mean, I was, like I said, I haven't really been this open and honest before, so I was scared about like being myself and putting myself out there in a way, and telling people that the next game isn't coming as quickly as I would like or maybe you would like, but all of my worries like went away immediately. Like there's not even like a tiny little trace of like a negative comment anywhere to be found on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or Steam, anywhere. Like people are just being so incredibly lovely to me. So
especially like in regards to like A Story Beside, like we're willing to wait because it's like I know it's gonna be amazing. Like what I mean? Like look at this.
I sure hope so.
I mean, just like I know it's gonna be great. So What is this, fishing?
I'm doing a little bit of fishing.
What?
I was just wandering around the village for a few minutes looking for Bryn, because she is the next step in our stew making quest. Couldn't find her. She's around somewhere. I know she's at the beach occasionally. But while we're there, we can use the fishing rod that good old Barley gave us. We kind of glossed over it.
Put it to some use, yeah.
Put it to some use and get something done.
Yeah, I was going to say, what could we give this cat?
Do you think cats like fish?
Maybe let's find out.
Maybe tuna?
Hey! Is happy to take the fish.
That's something I wanted to start early, is giving that stray fish some delicious snacks. So maybe she, maybe they will love us.
I mean, if I know cats as well as I do, giving them fish is an instant way to a cat's heart.
I think that is
They
accurate.
wish you no ill will at all, so.
No idea where Bryn is at the moment.
Yeah,
we can run back to the tavern tonight, maybe. That's a good way
That's always a good place to check, absolutely.
So if you forget or you need a refresher, Barley, the mayor, coughed a few times, kind of concerning, and his son Dimitri asked us to cook some piping stew to calm his throat. So that's what we're doing.
It's not something you want to wait on either. So.
No.
Oh man, like okay, what do you think? What do you think? Like this stew, like would translate to real life? Like I love me a good stew, so I'm always like in-game food. I'm always just like, ooh.
We'll have to look at the ingredients. Yeah, I'll double check the ingredients again because it's definitely like a chili sort of thing. I'm just gonna go around talking to people before I talk to Bryn. Just get those points up. Make some friends.
Gotta check in on everybody.
Yeah. See hundreds of fireflies light up the sky. There aren't as many in Sugar Blossom these days. I
wonder if that is like an omen or something.
Yeah. Oh, I am completely wrong. We are supposed to be going to Mono to get the appliance first.
Oh, you were trying to make the stew without the appliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need the appliance first to check the recipe. Yeah. One funny thing about recipes in this game, taken pretty directly from Harvest Moon, is you'll find there are no, aside from fish, like seafood dishes, there are no recipes with meat in them. Because it's all like veggie stew and all that stuff.
Why is that?
There are very friendly looking cows and chickens in this game, so I think there would be a little bit of a weird
if you would be like, hey buddy,
there's typically
how would you like to be a stew?
Ship off to the slaughterhouse option when you talk to your cow. Hey dear, did I tell you this one yet? Why did the chicken cross the playground? You want to be Mono?
Not another one of your dumb jokes.
To get to the other slide. Get it? Slide? What do you think? Hilarious, right?
Get back to work, Alex. We've got customers coming in and all these dust bunnies aren't going to hop away all on their own.
Yes, ma'am. But really, what did you think of my joke?
Your best one this week, without a doubt. Still awful, though.
Charming little back and forth they have.
Yeah, that kind of was an awful joke.
It was pretty
kind of was an awful joke.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I will pretend I purposely looked up awful jokes. And
sometimes you just need an awful joke.
Although I have to be honest, Alexander's sense of humor, a little bit like mine. Yeah, the cornier, the better.
Yeah. I can appreciate a good corny joke, though. I mean, honestly.
All right. So she is going to help us.
All right, getting that appliance.
Yeah.
The lazy cooker.
just a slow cooker. Added a little flavor there.
I mean, a slow cooker is kind of lazy when you think about it.
Yeah.
So, it's aptly named.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is.
Takes its time. It'll cook the food eventually. All right. I think we got that lazy cooker. Head back to Orion to see what we need for the recipe.
Yeah. So when it comes to like games in general, you know, like obviously we've got a number of tasks you're kind of working toward. But do you like, you know, get to a place and explore every inch? Like, do you like do a side quest, or do you like go straight for that main quest you identify? Like, not even like just any genre in particular. Like, what's your style?
I do like to explore. I am certainly the person in a like a puzzle platformer that will or like a Mario game, if you can immediately go left instead of like walking to the right. But I'm also not necessarily, I'm not like 100%, you know, I'm not a completionist. I don't mind missing stuff if, you know, the playthrough itself, I kind of like it's a weird way to put it, but like the integrity of the playthrough, right? So like, I'm not gonna halt everything else I'm doing to hunt down every last little secret in every last little corner. Yeah, how about you?
You know, I'm like, I'll start kind of with that like completionist, like, you know, especially if it's like skill based or something like that. But like you know, it gets to a point where my skill level is not quite enough, and then I'm not going to break my back over getting that collectible, and I'll just kind of like move on a little bit. So
I have very few platinum trophies myself, but
got the glass bottle.
Got one glass bottle. We're gonna need one more to do some mixing. I actually think Benjamin is selling in his shop. There's a good hint there. I think we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to pick it up.
I mean, you know, I got a little bit of cash, so
we should be okay.
The herbal mix.
Yeah. So we'll need
sap from the small pine trees.
This, if you remember the prophecy game I talked about last episode, a couple episodes ago, this mixing system was actually in that game, so you could collect different ingredients from around and mix them together to make potions and salves and things that would help you in a very traditional RPG fashion. And thought it was kind of a cool, fun system. It's simple enough, I think. You just mix two things together, but it left enough room for, you know, creative experimentation, and it's sort of fun when you don't know what two things are going to make when you mix them together.
Yeah, I always like find like mixing like ingredients like that is just like fun to see what it's going to do. And you know, I don't really need to make any additional call-outs to like The Legend of Zelda, but like Breath of the Wild cooking me was one of my most fun parts of the game. And, well, I mean, that game had a
lot of fun parts.
So many fun parts. But, yeah, no, like, and, you know, just the sort of, like, okay, you know, maybe I'll try this next time, or I'll try this next time. I don't know, to me, there's something just so much fun about that experimentation.
Yeah, definitely. We should, by the way, incorporate like a little chime, a special Zelda chime. Whenever we mention like this, and there's plenty of Zelda chimes.
You need like a Zelda mention counter. Yeah. At the end of the series.
Take it up.
You mentioned it too many times.
There were some awesome comments, really, really lovely comments about Amber, since I talked about her and how she was inspired by my sister-in-law Lauren, which was so great to see. Like, she's definitely up there in my list of favorite villagers, and apparently a lot of other people feel the same way. They seek her out to be friends with pretty early on. So yeah, that's awesome. We should at some point take a look at the village primer and maybe finally get to that developer top 3 that we've been teasing for a while.
I was gonna say, I think you owe at least an update, if nothing else.
Sure. Yeah, I will give one more of. I think I said Bloom was for sure on the list of top 3. I will give one more. Actually, let me sell a few things before we settle in for the night, and we can take a look at that checklist. All right. So the red pie weed should give us a little bit of cash. What else we got in here? Not too much. I'm gonna need most of this. I'm actually gonna sell the plain cake because nobody really loves just plain cake. You have to do more with it.
Have you ever eaten a plain cake? I don't think I've ever eaten a plain cake. It's always had like frosting.
Yeah, I think a plain cake is just a cake that's not done being made yet.
Unless it's like a shortbread or something like that.
Is a shortbread cake? Is there no frosting on the short? I don't know much about shortbread cakes.
I've watched enough of the Great British Bake Off to know that one thing could mean something here and something very different there.
Yep, very true.
Fruit juice.
I think I forgot to watch this earlier in the day, so it's good to watch.
Down to the dregs.
On Thursdays for mixtures and on Mondays for new recipes. Those are days you absolutely don't want to miss.
Spice rum.
A
little Thursday afternoon mixology. Yeah. I like it a lot.
save it real quick here. Ooh, one fun thing I might do. Oh, nope. Can't do that yet. Never mind.
Never mind.
That's a little tease for later. Yeah. Just go to bed.
How often do you save, like, in games in general? Like I know I got a couple buddies who are like, they stick to the save point.
Yeah.
They do one thing, like, go back to the save point. Like,
It does.
Dark Souls has kind of like conditioned them to always.
Yes. It does depend on the type of game.
Yeah,
but,
fair.
Yeah, we grew up in a time when autosaves weren't quite as prevalent, so I think I probably save it just because I don't trust the game to save itself sometimes. It's like you see the little autosave icon pop up and you're like, okay. Did you really save?
Are you really saving here?
We did not join or sign up for the raffle this week. We'll have to do that next time. It's a good way to make some money.
Yeah. Plus it's fun. Raffles are just fun in general.
Yeah. I tried to keep the rules of it simple enough that it's not, like too complicated. It's just kind of you buy one token and maybe you'll win.
So and I'm assuming it's probably based on some statistics of some kind.
Do you want kind of a deep dive developer pro tip here?
Ooh.
While we're talking about saves coming?
I think you should. Give it to us.
The moment that variable is decided is in the morning.
Really?
So if you go to sleep and you wake up the next morning, that's when it chooses like which.
Oh, not when. Okay.
So make a save the night before. Sleep over and over again. I mean, it's not a. If you feel good about yourself, like I have no issues people playing the game how they want to. It's certainly not the.
If you absolutely need that extra cash.
Absolutely need it is a good way to make a lot of extra cash. I think it's 600 coins that you get if you win if you buy the most expensive token every time. So I feel a little dirty giving that tip.
Hey, you know what? Like you trust everyone, they trust you.
Use it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Use it responsibly.
Use it responsibly.
So we did get a couple extra user comments and stuff like that. I think we got a little bit of time.
Yeah,
From at Pandorox Arena from Twitter, we have a question. What was the hardest part to make, and which ideas did you let go away while progressing, and why? It's kind of a multi-part question.
Yeah.
So let's start with which was the hardest part to make?
That's something I think we touched on a little bit already, because I would say the answer is the different seasons.
Yep.
Basically trying to not just have there be enough of a distinction between spring to summer to autumn to winter, but having all of those just look good. It took me a long time. I have mentioned a couple times now, I don't think of myself as a fantastic artist. And I just remember like the color palette for each season, making it look exactly right. Autumn was the trickiest one by far, because my instincts, and probably anyone's instincts, would be like, you want to make it really colorful, you want to make golds and reds and yellows, vibrant, yeah. But I just kept trying to do that, and it was too much for the background graphics. So if once we get to autumn, we'll see it's a little more muted. There's more browns and it's not quite as saturated as you might think.
You don't want everything to pop, because then nothing pops.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what it was a hard lesson to learn. But I eventually learned that. So I would say distinguishing all the different seasons and making them all feel, because you spend a lot of time in Sugar Blossom Village in every single season, so they all have to be equally
easy on the eyes.
Easy on the eyes, yeah.
So this says, which ideas did you let go away while progressing, and why? Why don't we like what your top idea that you think, like, if you redid it, you'd have in the game?
Yeah.
And why?
It's honestly an easy answer.
Okay.
It's children.
Oh, okay.
So you can get married in the game. You can. We barely have enough, by the way. We.
Oh yeah.
Probably had to sell that plain cake to pick up this glass bottle. But you can't have children with your spouse in the game, and it's something I always intended to add. In fact, there might be a baby sound effect hidden somewhere in the source files because I always wanted to add in children, but it's just if you're going to get to that point, it's going to be hours and hours and hours and hours and hours into the game. So spending a lot of time developing something that presumably only a small fraction of the audience, the players, will ever see. And if I was going to do it, I wanted to do it right. You know, I didn't want to just kind of half-ass it the way that Harvest Moon games sometimes do, where it's just like a little baby waddling around, but they don't do anything, you know. So I had in my mind this really cool, really fully fleshed out, you know, children system. I don't know what else. Child system. But yeah, didn't get a chance to explore that as I would like.
Okay.
So.
And that makes sense because, like you said, it's late in development. Like, there's probably a lot of... I don't know anything about making games, but I would assume, like, again, just talking on, like, a variable level, there's... putting that into place probably would not have been easy.
Especially, like, you know, the more in-depth you want to get with it. Like, if you want to... if you want to make it unique for each marriage candidate, any one of those paths, you have to multiply that amount of work by 8.
Absolutely.
Marriage candidates in the game. So, all right, so we're going to need still, to complete this stew, we're going to need 2 white potatoes, which we are growing right now, so I suppose we can just wait until those grow.
Yeah, the bulb onion, raw carrot.
We'll have to talk to Sparrow at the bakery.
See if we can buy some of that. Got some of those already.
Got some of those,
good.
And I just got the 2 ingredients we'll need for the herbal mix.
Put them in the blender.
Just need to put them in the blender, and the bar opens at 2 p.m.
I hope they wash the blender between, you know, making the nightly booze.
It's like one of those things. It's a video game convenience of like, you'll also notice there's no bathrooms in Sugar Blossom Village because there doesn't really need to be. You know, this is
it's an unspoken thing that you just accept. Wouldn't that suck if games had like bathrooms that you just had to
everywhere?
Use?
Yeah,
that would suck.
A meter that went up.
Can you imagine if like your Call of Duty, you're like, hang on a second here, I got to use the loo.
Yep, that would ruin the flow, I think.
Yes, it would.
The
flow.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. All right. With that, I think we're going to end the episode. But before we do, I want to do something a little different, something a little special this time.
I'm ready.
We're going to do a piece of featured fan art every episode. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look.
Let's do it.
I will bring it up here. This one is Senna. This one is by @DanDilly on Twitter. I love the coloring of it, like the lighting, the like kind of gold outline that she has. It makes me think she's from it's takes place at like a festival or something, you know. And I just think it captures Senna's character.
I really like the definition too.
Yeah. It's almost like a sketchy, like all the different lines in her hair and
it's very
but I wanted to feature this one first because Dan on Twitter said they got inspired by this very Let's Play to do some fan art and sent this our way. So thank you very much for submitting that, and I love it. This one makes me so happy.
It makes me wish I could like draw or like, do it because this is amazing. This is amazing.
That's the problem with all this stuff. It's like, man, there are people who are
really talented people out there.
So thank you for joining us for this episode. We will be back soon with more Worlds Dawn.